of a personification of Earth. So when we combine this, North Gaia combines the two standout elements of the property: location in the emerging north sector of Singapore and in its proximity and affiliation to its natural surroundings. So we call the project as North Gaia. So okay, this EC launch is the most anticipated EC launch in 2022, where we present facilities of comprehensive condo with quality finishes and fittings. We are equipped with built-in accessories cabinet, high ceiling for some selected units, 3-bedroom unit over flexible or optional configuration that can be transformed into guest room, hobby space, study room with dual access. And it is well located next to a very beautiful 𝗘𝗖 Nature Park. Okay, brief project information about this. The developer is Sing Holding. Tenure will be 99 years. So comprises of 14-story total towers with 11 blocks, 2 levels of basement with facilities of tennis court, swimming pool, landscape deck, clubhouses, and communal facilities and other communal facilities. Site area around 21,500 square meters with a plot ratio of 2.8. Total unit will be 616. So we are providing a car park ratio of 1:1 with a total of 616 with 11 numbers of handicap lots and I think quite a quantity of bicycle lots sufficient for all the residents. So expected vacant possession will be by 30th June 2027. Okay, for the consultant details, we are the architect, PNT Consultant Singapore. Landscape consultant will be EcoPlan. Landscape consultant is EcoPlan Asia. Main contractor is China Chingye. M&A engineers, UPC or United Project Consultants with CNS engineer Cashier Consultants. Interior designer for the sales gallery and show flat is second edition and Creative Mind Design. So for the project, we have a unit mix of 3-bedders, 3-bedroom with yard, 3-bedroom with yard and study, 4-bedroom premium and 5-bedroom premium. So ranges as you can see on the screen with a total unit of 616. Okay. Okay, I move on to the location and the amenities of the project. So location-wise, I think you're all aware that it is located at the northern side of Singapore, somewhere in between Yishun MRT and Canberra, easily accessible. It is just right next to Sungai Khatib Bongsu. For the show flat or the sales gallery itself, it is located at Canberra Road. It is just 10-minute drive from the actual site itself. So this is the overlook of the site. So you see all the green areas. We are well surrounded by greens. The nature park just right at the next to the Sungai Khatib Bongsu, PCN, and further down to the south also there are a few parks. Up north actually the view are fantastic. It's looking towards the sea view. You can look toward a little bit to Malaysia, and also at the foreground you can see Sungai Khatib Bongsu Nature Park. Yeah. So to the east, you can see Seletar Reservoirs. To the south, you can see Sembawang area or Upper Seletar Nature Reserve. So the North Gaia itself, it is well located. It is well connected to the network of PCN. It is just right next to Northern Explorer PCN. As you can see, highlighted in brown. So just within walking distance, and overlook into the overall PCN networks of Singapore. It is well connected to all the corridors PCN. So if you stay here, you can easily run, or you can easily cycle, and you can explore whole Singapore well connected with this PCN. For the land use itself, indicated in brownish, light brownish colors, the site is as indicated there with the plot ratio 2.8. The rest are surrounded by residentials. Towards to the west, actually, it is like industrial, so it's a B1 industrial. Okay. This one still an overlook of the site itself. So there's a future park just right at the eastern side of the site. Yeah. Okay. So thermal proximity, it is 5 minutes walking distance to 𝗘𝗖 Park. Future park, as I mentioned in the earlier slides, is just right at the eastern side of the site, and also within 5 minutes to Oasis Water Park. So it is 5 minutes cycling to Yishun Pond Park, Yishun Neighborhood Park, and Khatib Harcourt. 5 minutes drive very nearby to Sembawang Hot Spring Park, Lowest Water Park, or Rowers Bay Park. These are some of the green marks located nearby to the development. So again, it's also 5 minutes drive to Yishun MRT or North Point, 7 minutes drive to Innova JC, Orchid Country Club, another few minutes to Seletar Airport or Sembawang Country Club. And of course, as I mentioned, it is just walking distance to Sungai Bongsu PCN. Towards to the south, 3 minutes walk to the Junction 9 Mall. Okay, this is an overview of the surrounding development with some images. So number one is, like I mentioned earlier, is the B1 industrial. Wings at Yishun, it is 9-story height. It just slightly below our tower height. Northview Beach Hub, 9-story height also. Towards to the south, actually is the Symphony Suites, it's completed. Green Walk HDB, number 4, and number 5, Riverwalk HDB, and number 6 is a reserve land where it will be allocated for future park. Okay, then for the constraint opportunities when we analyze the site, we identify there's a potential disturbance to the light industrial where we do have some mitigation measure that we have played with NEA. I will run through with you later. Then because the industrial building itself is only located on this northern side of the northern face of the site, so it is around 27 meters away from the site boundary. But to the actual building itself, it is still further because we have a setback to the site boundary. Then the egress itself will be approaching from Yishun Close, just right next to Symphony Suites. Then we identify also the best view for this site actually is towards the northern eastern face of the site, looking toward to Sungai Khatib. This is how we plan our development. Okay, overview of the drone view of the site itself. You can see the Symphony Suites right at the southern side, Khatib, and this one just right next to the junction of Yishun Avenue 8 and Yishun Avenue 9. Okay. Okay, so our planning consideration, of course, our orientation is our primary consideration with the north-south building orientation. This as part of the climate responses. The view itself, we try to capitalize the proximity of the green spaces and water bodies up north to the site and the best view of the nature towards the northeast direction. Then surrounding context, we also identify there's a potential noise pollution coming from the vehicles along Yishun Avenue 8 and the prominence of the building due to the wide frontage towards the axis. So these are the potential view to the mangrove forest and sea, and towards to the southeast is a potential view to the future park and canal. Yeah, surrounding the site is a 9-story industrial building, and to the south is 15 stories of residential buildings. Okay, then we into our intangibles, our vision for this development. We imagine actually this site actually is very close to the Sungai Khatib Nature Park, and we see there's a potential where we can explore more on the underwater forest of this park itself. So we start to look into some of the articles. You see the Sungai Khatib is very much happening. So it is a location where Singaporean actually can come and enjoy a lot of activities there related to nature. They can do some kayaking, they can explore the park itself with kayak, yeah, and they can do also some trading or hiking. So this fantastic view towards the 𝗏𝗏 𝗏𝗏𝚘𝚘 Nature Park. You can imagine actually as you are standing inside your unit, you'll be looking at this view itself. So for the architecture vision, okay, the site itself where we have identified very much consists of surrounding the blue and greens. The blue are the waters and the greens are all the nature surrounding the site itself. So when we see how this site is located in between or the crossroad of where the blue meets with the green elements, we have used these two elements and try to merge and make it into a spectacular facade design where we have it on in the site itself and also to the landscape design. So we are targeting into young couples, young family, the young couples where they can work from home with certain privacy and future ready, and where they can start to develop a family with young children, nurturing environment. Then we start to providing communal spaces and all the communal spaces with family-oriented facilities. As you grow older and the family also grow older, so the development itself caters for multi-generational family. We adopt concept of a co-living layout with accessibility and active lifestyle. So the architecture vision of this North Gaia, we imagine it will be timeless, timeless throughout the elements of architecture, design, and landscape. It is adaptable, flexible. We have designed some of the unit with flexible layouts. It is family oriented. All the facilities actually we have catered for different age of different group of age where they can enjoy different activities. I will run through the facilities later. For the site and the architectural concept. So the site is surrounded by two main road, category road, Yishun Avenue, Yishun Avenue 8 at the north, Yishun Avenue 9 at the west. The south itself actually is Symphony Suites, existing 14-story buildings, and yeah. So the setback itself, we have provide a very sufficient setback complying with the URA with 7.5 meters setback to the road, 50 meters setback to the main road category, and 9.8 meter setback to the Symphony Suites. Okay. So for the height itself, we are capped at 56 meter MSL. So this one is how we progress through the massing design. We identify some of the issue surrounding the sites, and we try to make use of the existing condition, and we try to mitigate as much as possible to create the best massing for the development itself. So this North Gaia adopting E-deck concept. So the E-deck itself, or the landscape deck, they are elevated from the road level. So you can assure that actually where all the residents enjoying the facilities at the E-deck level, they are well above the road level and not disturbed by any of the sound or noise coming from the road itself. And also privacy where people driving along the Yishun Avenue 8 or Yishun Avenue 9, it will be very much screened from the road level because the internal landscape are elevated. So this E-deck concept is very good and ideal for the development where you optimize privacy and views and also minimize the noise. So in the massing itself, when we start to lay the massing on the E-deck, and we start to tilt the massing to get the best orientation toward the north and south. And we start to place some of the landscaping infill between the pockets or between the blocks itself. So all the units even though they are located near to the boundary, but they still can enjoy pockets of green spaces located along the boundaries. Then the central green itself, we have strategized and located in the middle of the site. And we start to place blocks. And we also try to keep consistent axis along these green areas within the internal landscape. Okay, so this is the site planning. So you can see the massing composition and also the number of blocks consists of 11 blocks. The tennis court are located at the northeast of the site, and all the facilities we have planned and carefully placed to be equally balanced, equally within distance to all the blocks. So the clubhouses consist of a few clubhouses. The main clubhouses is in the middle, indicated with number 13, facing to the main pool, and we also have some clubhouses at the southwest of the site, number 29, number 40 entertainment room, and also the playground we located at the northern side of the site. The drop-off will be just right after the Yishun close. When they come in, they straight away enter the drop-off area, drop in, and straight away they can go into the landscape area. Well orientated towards the north and south with a degree not more than 22.5 degrees. There are some southeast facing unit. So we have purposely designed these units to face southeast to optimize the view. So this unit actually, even though they're not enjoying the north-south orientation, but they have the best view or the most fantastic view towards the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝘓. There are some units actually we also orientated towards the internal landscape. So these units as well, even though they are not enjoying the north and south orientation, but they still can get the optimized view or the best view towards the internal landscape. Block-to-block distance and distance to the surrounding roads are well within the buffer that we have planned for. So to the road itself is around ranging from 15 meters to 22 and 28 meters. And to the Yishun Avenue 9, it is 7.5 meters. Block-to-block distance, it is ranging from 20 meters and 35 meters. Yeah. So to the Symphony Suites blocks, it is around 25.5 meters to block 31, 29, 27, and 25. Okay. So this is a network of the footpath or pedestrian network within the site itself. So I want to run through a little bit on our mitigation measures to the nuisance. So as what we have identified in our analysis for the design, that there's a potential noise coming from the roads, Yishun Avenue 9 and Yishun Avenue 8. We have purposely set in our blocks further away from the roads and also to the B1 industry to the west of the site. So we have located well with well of 50 meters nuisance buffer to the nearest B1 development. So with this setback, the residents can be assured that actually there's no noise or any pollution coming from B1 that it can disturb the residents. And also, additional mitigation measures to the nuisance, we have worked together with the noise consultant or acoustic consultant. A few number of stacks, 5 stacks, stack 17, 21, 22, 23, and 35. We have installed additional mitigation measures to the noise, where we have placed glass railing and also balcony acoustic railing. Yeah. So this 5 number of stacks unit, they are equipped with glass railing, while the rest are using metal railing. Okay, for the section itself, the building is within MSL of 56 meters Singapore height datum, where the EDEC is at 8.2. So as I mentioned earlier, the bin or the substation are tucked in within the basement area. So where at the landscape area, you don't see any of the bin or the substation visible from the unit or the landscape area itself. Then with the 𝗔𝗑 concept, the first story unit is much higher than the road level.
To the overview a little bit before we going through the details. This is Kong and Paul from EcoPlan. So I will just run through about 2-3 minutes for the overview on this project landscape design. Then Paul will continue with the detail and the facility and everything. So this is quite a potential easy project at these locations, which is near a lot of national reserve inspired by the design. So the way we are trying to design this easy is we try to design the easy which is for everyone's and for everybody, which is inspired by the nature. So this EC is basically divided into the different zonings into the facility to make sure that it's a space for everyone. So it's considering is green livings, timeless, and for the family oriented. By the way, this easy themes is basically appear in the thematic such a way that we are imprint the design from the wetland, landscape, rain gardens, and the ecosystems, and very diversified kind of concept inspired. So also got a lot of features and characters on the playgrounds, and the features on the probably it's feature lanterns or something that we actually carve it out and make it a little bit more unique into the spaces on the landscape compared to the rest of the job that we have done. So this will be translating into a different zoning, which is Paul running through. So let's go through the different zoning. Yeah, so we got different zones. Maybe Paul, you can take over. Paul, you're muted.
Oh, sorry, I'm mute. Yes, for the zoning, for the landscape zoning, we divide them into the 5 zones based on the configuration of the block as well. So we're starting from the arrival at the south part. We call it Verdam atrium. It's basically it's all about the water courtyard. It's more about the arrival experience, and which lead to the first main facilities of the site, which is Acadian Creek. This is a fun and vibrant creek, consists of all the playful things, more like a family pools and the play pool, gyms, those kind of stuff. And then is on the other side of the courtyard is a Elysian sanctuary, which is contrast from Acadian Creek. It's more cozy, calm, and tranquil. All these facilities will be linked around by we call it the mangrove quest. It is a trail wrapped around a perimeter of the site, linking all the landscape facility and amenities together, starting from the kids play or this barbecue pit. And then we end up on the one that next to the Symphony Suite, sorry. It's a rainbow trail, which is more another active area. On the next slide is of course we have 60 amenities inside these facilities. This 𝗏𝗏 is various from the passive to active activities for every generation in the family. On the next 3 slides, we have a summary everything into showing the key facilities. We start with the pool first. From the south side, we have at the drop-off area, we have in this our oval-shaped drop-off area, we have the water arrival courtyard, which is almost 3 meters high, cascading waterfall wrap around the drop-off zone. So once you arrive from the Yishun close, it's going to be a slow drive around this oval-shaped drop-off with the waterfall on your left-hand side. It's cascading from the 𝗔𝗑 down to the drop-off zone. And we use this as a transit toward the 𝗔𝗑 level. Once you arrive at the edect level, there is water courtyard which mimic the mangrove ecosystem. There's trees floating in the water and the kind of the waterscape there. This water courtyard is visually linked to the central spa pool facility. The main pool component. It starts with the kids pool area, which we got the inspiration from the mangrove ecosystem. It's a mangrove theme with the mangrove bird, which is you can see here is heron birds, and then it's connected to the aquatic gym next to it. It's divided by the small water walk. It's a stepping stone on the water, which is lead to the 50-meter ritual pool. This 50-meter ritual pool is located in the main spine of the site, occupying the longest of the site configuration. This one is give both the visual and the grandness of the whole component. It is meant to be the family gathering pool or generation. Everyone can be around here in this pool, and also lead to the small corner of the cozy and private corner of the spa and jet pool. On the other courtyard, which is more cozy, more calm, sitting in the dense tropical landscape with a darker pool. It is a 50-meter lap pool, very cozy, very intimate. It is and then next to it is a 𝚘𝚘 garden and lotus pond, which is more like a nature landscape, which also mimic the mangrove ecosystem. In this, on the next slide, we are showing a group of the amenities, which consists of the starting from the active to the passive one. Along here, follow my cursor here is starting from the south part. You can see a gray dashed line, which is a main walkway of the site. It is a 40-meter long jogging trail wrapped around the site, link all the facility together. So from the up north, it is we have a kids playground up north. This is a list of the facility and the kids playground up north. Next to it is amazing garden, a maze garden, sorry. And then from the other side, flip to on the opposite side, we also provide another kids play area, which is more like the game courtyard. We have the pattern on the ground, painted on the ground for the kids to play around with a different experience from the adventure kids play on the top part. So we have a 2 playground area on both sides of the site. And then of course, next to the game court is a putting green for the family gathering as well. Wrap around this 450-meter long jogging trail, we have the circuit, finished circuit on the top in the shape of the lotus petal, and then a series of the later on is a series of the lawn, more cozy and more passive recreation site like a tai chi lawn, exercise lawn, some poolside lawn, and then some relaxation lawn at the perimeter. Let me move on to the next slide, showing all the indoor facility location and the barbecue pavilion. At this project in the North Gaia, we're providing 4 barbecue pavilions on the north side, facing toward the 𝗘𝗖 𝗟𝘂𝘂 nature reserve. This barbecue pavilion is we're providing them with the counter with the electric cookers. It's all about each of the pavilions is differentiated by the landscape, the garden wrapped around it. Starting with from the top part, Lotus Barbecue Pavilion. It is located on floating in the Lotus Pond, and then 𝚘𝚘 Garden, which is 𝚘𝚘 Barbecue Pavilion. We have at the night time we will have the LED light mimicking the 𝚘𝚘 in the mangrove area. And then move down a little bit. We have the herbs garden wrap around the herbs and barbecue pavilion. And then we have the spice garden wrap around spice and barbecue pavilion. Let me go back to the indoor facilities. Starting from the arrival courtyard, we have the arrival lobby as a transit from the drop-off level to the E-deck level. And then along it has a meeting room and co-working space. Imagine that you can have an appointment with your friends or your office colleague from outside, and then have a booking one meeting room outside here without interrupt any activity inside the property. So everything everything that need to handle with the outsiders can be deal along here. And then when you move on to the inner more private zone inside our property, there's gym and then the family room party on the other side of the main pool. On the other axis on the main pool is a function room and the dining room. And we have a small little entertainment room hidden along the 450 meter jogging trail inside the dense landscape. That's it for the landscape. I will pass the screen back to Edwin to go through the detail of each indoor facilities. Edwin, back to you.
To bring natures into our spaces and open up our spaces more into the nature. So in communicating the indoor spaces, communicating with the exterior spaces. So the interior themes itself, we have a few themes where some are homey and cozy, using of neutral and earthy colors palette to bring softness into the space. And also it is also more playful and adopt flexibility concept where we introduce modular and movable furnitures, easily recreate or adopt the spaces into a few different activities catered for every use or every generations. Okay. Okay, I'll start with the main clubhouse. The main clubhouse located right at the central of the site. It is just right next to the tranquil courtyard and the leisure pool. Yeah. So the main clubhouse, it consists of a gym, family party room, and the changing room for the swimming facilities. So the gym itself, we have designed the room with a dual windows location where one side actually can look into the leisure pool and the other side actually can look into a very nice tranquil courtyard that EcoPlan has designed. And same concept we adopt also for the family party room. Family party room, as the name explained, actually is catered more for families, young children, where can they have the birthday celebration or maybe any family events. It is well equipped also with furnitures inside. The furnitures are movable or flexible. It can be rearranged by residents to fit into the activities that they would like to have inside this party room. Next to it, there are spill out spaces into the decking, yeah, where it faces into the nature, the tranquil courtyard. The changing room are equipped with steam room, yeah, for both male and female, and with handicap toilet right in the middle here. Okay, then for the clubhouse just right next to the drop-off, there are a few rooms here. So entering from the drop-off area, when the residents drop off or the visitor drop off, straight away they can access into the arrival lobby. So all the access into the development will go through this arrival lobby, where we have designed a very nice lounge space where the resident also can sit down and chit chat and enjoy themselves inside here. Or also the other way around, while waiting for the vehicles to pick up them at the drop-off area, they can also wait at this arrival lobby. So next to the arrival lobby, there is a meeting room. It's a co-working space right over here. So the co-working space we have designed with a very hip style kind of interior, catered for co-working space. As the name explains, is meant for working people or maybe students can come down to these areas and sit down, take one of the long table, or maybe sit down at the the bit more private table here, or also there's a lounge setting where they can enjoy a bit more casual kind of a discussion or working at this location here. Then a bit more formal room, which we call it as a meeting room. It is equipped with the eight numbers of seats, enough for cater for 8 packs to where the residents actually can book this room and do a private meeting, or maybe can have a short discussion here. Going next to our clubhouse located at the southwest of the site. Number one, we call it as a function room or the dining room. So the function room itself is more like a bit more like a family party room, but it's in a different setting where we can have a bit more mature kind of a more mature of an interior design. It is more in the lounge setting where we have placed properly all the furnitures where the residents can come in, and also having a small activities or small events within this function room itself. It's also very well located. So function room, it is this number 27, looking into the internal pool and also surrounded by lush green, around it. Next to it, there's restroom. So no worries for those that have come to this place, or just somehow walking past through this space. They don't need to go all the way to the changing room to find restroom. They can just go to this restroom here, very convenient. Then after that, moving on towards to the south, they're passing through a landscape courtyard, open landscape courtyard. Then they will reach into the dining room. So the dining room, it is as the name explains also, it is very much a lifestyle dining room, very classy kind of design, where I'll share a little bit of the design later. The dining room itself is equipped with a dedicated kitchen. So you can imagine if, let's say, the residents book this dining room and they invited some guests coming over, they can also do their cooking within this kitchen here, or maybe they can invite some famous chef or to come here to cook for them, then served into the dining room. Then the next room, the next clubhouse will be the entertainment area, or the entertainment room. It is located somewhere around here. Number 2. So the entertainment room consists of a few rooms. One located at the northern part. This one we designed it more like a games room, where the younger adults or the teenagers can come here, play board games or chess or any kind of games that they can have it and enjoy inside here. Then below it actually is a small multimedia or theater room. So this one well equipped with the TV, and also where they can plug into the TV, where then they can enjoy the theater, or maybe watching Netflix or a movie inside this theater itself. So for the architecture facade concept, we have taken the elements of mangrove and the sanctuary. So the mangrove, we are very well inspired by the root system of the mangrove, which the root of the mangrove itself very essential to the plants, where it provides food and shelter for the wildlife also. Then this mangrove created kind of a sanctuary where it can give protection or a safe place to the habitat. So our facade design is inspired by mangrove. We are very intrigued by the shape and the profile of this root itself. So we have taken the abstract figure of the mangrove. You can see the root and the plants itself. Then we have translated into a architecture language, where we take the elements of the vertical elements and the horizontal elements and merge it and create a very simple and timeless language suited for special for North Gaia only. Then this is a review of our facade design. The tower, how it merged with the landscape surrounded by facilities. So you can see the elements of the horizontal here, which we explained earlier. Then the elements of the vertical here, where we merge them together. And when we compose the whole massing, you can see a little bit of rhythm there, but also we have done it in a way that it's not a very repeated rhythm where it can be boring, but we try to create a very creative and a unique kind of a rhythm repetition of a language itself. So you can see the positioning where we place the vertical elements, or we call it as architecture fins, yeah, and compose it together with the horizontal elements. Yeah, this one we carry through this language to all the tower blocks of this development. Yeah, this view further down from the Sungai Khatib Bongsu, looking towards into the North Gaia. Yeah, so the facade itself, we have adopt nature's colors. You can see the roof crown. Actually, we have taken the brownish color, which very much inspired by nature's. The railing for the balcony itself also following the same colors, very much nature. But the whole facade itself is very sleek and modern, where you can see the elements of the vertical and the elements of the horizontal is very much emphasized by the colors also. So the whole language of the facade is very sleek and modern, and it sits very nicely and harmony together with the natures and the landscape itself. This is a very nice view. You can imagine as a resident, you can look towards into the Sungai Khatib Bongsu. Yeah. Okay, a little bit overview of the unit mix or the stacking diagram. Yeah. So the mix are well planned and properly placed together at all the blocks evenly. We have evenly located all the small bedrooms, all the small units, 3 bedders together with the 4 bedders. Yeah, you can see in the stacking diagram. Yeah, so the 3 bedroom, total of 3 bedrooms are 164. So this one actually contribute 26% of the whole development. 3 bedroom with yard 176, which is around 28%. 3 bedroom with utility and yard and study around 28%. 4 bedroom 13%, and 5 bedders is around 2.27%. So in total there are 616 units. Okay. I mentioned earlier about the flexibility that we have adopted to our design. So when we have designed the unit, we have designed all the structural elements to be well placed, where the residents can enjoy the flexibility of modifying or maybe do a little bit of creativity to expand some of the rooms here. So those are highlighted in red are removable walls. They are not part of the structural elements. So you imagine, let's say like a master bedroom, they can have a flexibility where they can remove this wall and convert the 3 bedders into another separate study room, yeah, itself, together with the master bedroom. And also maybe if they would like to extend a little bit of the living and dining into the bedroom number 5, where maybe the dining can be placed over here and the living, it can be expanded much bigger. So our design for this flexibility of the unit of the structural elements, they are applied to all the units. Yeah, applied to all the units. So this concept of flexible adaptable units with the life change. So meaning actually some of these rooms where they can convert to adopt the work from home, like I mentioned earlier, the master bedroom, the bedroom number 3 maybe can be converted into study room or a kind of a work room. And also it can be converted into like a home office, even do a bit of experiments like a master chef kind of a design where you can have this very nice dry kitchen where you can place a nice dining area here, and actually you can shift the living area on this side. The wardrobe can be expanded by this concept, and also maybe just to throw some ideas that also can be converted into hobby rooms. So some of the units, particularly unit CS3, So Unit CS3, we have also designed the structural elements where they can convert the study room here, over here, into a few possibilities. So meaning actually like this here wall here, they can easily remove this wall, and maybe they can close up with another door panel here and another door panel here. Then they can convert this area into a very something new or a new function and which fit the residence. So one possibility, it can be like a guest room. Yeah. So this wall can be removed. Then you can fit in a bed inside with a small a study desk on this side. Then it can be a guest room with direct connection to the WC here. So it's almost like a ensuite kind of a concept. Also another idea, it can be like a universal study room or hobby room with dual access, because this one have a flexibility where it can be accessed from the kitchen side or also can be accessed from the bedroom corridor side here. So this particular designs applicable only to unit CS3 and also to unit CS4. So both of this stack of unit CS3 and CS4 located at block 35. Yeah.
Sorry, Charlene here, developer. Just to add on, this configuration is actually not an option that buyer can take, but is down the road when they take over their unit, it is an option that they can actually do for themselves. So developer is not actually giving any option on this to choose whether to take down the wall for this or not. This is just a way that we can point to the buyer that they can do it when they take over TOP their unit. Okay? Admin, back to you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I just quickly run through all the units plans. Yeah, so the units actually you're looking here are the show units where you can see at the sales gallery. So show unit itself, actually we have done at the sales gallery the three bedroom with utility, yard and study. Yeah, and also the 4-bedroom. Yeah, the 4-bedroom that we have done at the sales gallery is the penthouse type or the 14-story unit. The other 3-bedroom are the typical floors. So moving on to the interior design of the units. So for the interior design, we have adopted 2 different themes. So the first theme actually is a cool breeze theme where we have taken aquamarine kind of a color palette. You can see the colors are a little bit more bluish with a combination of cream and brownish colors. The cool breeze, it is applied to 3 bedrooms, 3C, 3Y, and 3P. So the reason why we apply to these units, as you can see, it consists of 3 bedrooms. So we are targeting into a younger adults or younger family, where we think actually this one will suit into the color palette very nicely. So this for the cool breeze. Then for the larger unit, 4BR and 5BR, we have take the concept of a earthy lux color palette, where we have combined a bit more earthy kind of color elements, a bit more brownish, a bit more cream, a bit more dominant into the more earthy colors that we can use. So this one, as you can see, for the material itself, we have selected a bit more timber tone and a combination with some stones, more into the warm kind of scheme. Okay, so this one is for the cool scheme applies for 3-bedroom. So for the bathroom itself, we have a feature wall, and we have selected the tiles for the floor and the wall, using a little bit more of a cooler tone kind of materials or colors. Then same applies for the kitchen. So the under counters using a timber timber laminate selection, where we use a bit more grayish kind of a timber colors. Then the top also. The top will be using a more cool kind of a gray. Yeah. So this one is for the earthy lux. You can see the colors a little bit contrast with the cool scheme, where for the 𝗘𝗖 itself, we have a combination of a bit more warm timber colors combined with the floor tiling selections that are a little bit more closer to the warm kind of gray. Yeah. Then for the kitchen itself, we have selected the timber laminates to be a bit slightly bit more warmer than the cool, and also for the top cabinet. For the wardrobe itself, we are not using the concept of the cool and the warm, because we think actually for the wardrobe it should be quite generic. But the wardrobe, we have designed a very nice, we have selected a very nice selection where it is a bit more like a fabric kind of laminate. It's a very soft, and when you touch it, actually it's very nice at the texture. Yeah, the outer one will be slightly lighter compared to the inner one, the inner selections. Yeah. Then the whole bedroom is finished with the final flooring with the timber pattern. Yeah. So in summary, the interior provision for the unit. So all the 3-bedroom and 3-bedroom premium, 4-bedroom and 5-bedroom units coming with a walk-in wardrobe inside the master bedroom. The kitchens are equipped with Brandt, cooker hood, hob and oven. Then the luxurious bathroom sanitary wares and fittings, we are using 𝚘𝗖 and American Standard. Wardrobe accessories, cabinet provision in all the master bedroom. We are using kitchen countertop solid surface. Kitchen counter are provided in all dry kitchen for the 4BR and 5BR. And the master and common bathroom come with the angle file for possible future bidet spray. Yeah. Okay. So in summary, North Gaia, we have explored and optimized the view and orientation. All the blocks having a north-south orientation, with some units actually have towards the east and west, but these units are designed very much well to expose to the views towards the Sungai Khatib Bongsu and to the internal landscape. So the building spacing between the blocks we have maximized. The views, we have also placed all the larger units properly to enjoy the best view with the pockets view for the smaller units. And for the common area, we have approached it with very sensitive design. E-deck, all enjoy the best view and privacy, and also I think the landscape has done very well, actually placing all the facilities with a consideration to the unit placement. So you can be assured that actually there's noise actually minimized. The noise coming from the E-deck is minimized towards the unit. Then the landscape itself is contiguous spaces with wow factor. The sense of arrival, as you can see with our drop-off areas, how we design and we place the arrival lobbies together with the cluster of the clubhouses nearby the arrival lobbies. The pedestrians are seamless. The vehicle circulation also are seamless. They are not crossing or intercrossing with the pedestrian. So family with children can feel very secure and safe that the children can walk around within the development without any crossing with the vehicle or the car. Then also this design of North Gaia is very much cater for multi-generation living, adaptable, flexible unit layout with the family-oriented amenities and communal spaces for co-sharing. Yeah, that will end my presentation. I would like to thank you.